Today we're going to talk about a little trick called an underflip. Practicing this on the grass today because I'm probably going to fall and wearing the helmet because of that same reason. So the underflip is a little trick that can get you used to flipping your skateboard, which is something I definitely need practice on. And it's something that you can do without actually having to flick like a kickflip. It's basically going to be using your foot over here to flick the board like that. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And there are 3 steps to get this trick. The first one is getting used to the actual flicking of it with your right foot or whatever foot you're doing it with that isn't really like a pop kickflip. So it's basically just going to be standing off your board and going and pulling up and flicking the board like that. You want to usually just do 1 rotation and just land back on your board. I think the biggest issue is you can see how far away I am from the board when I do this. You have to carry your momentum with you when you flick it. So, like that, you have to go with the board when you do it. So, the second step would be flicking and getting ready to flick and carry the momentum and landing with your left foot on the board and doing something a little bit like this. Like that. Again, ready, having your weight on the left foot, just flicking with the right and then hopping over with your left and landing on the board. After that, the third step would be practice jumping from the board and trying to re-land back on it. Again, I like to efficiently flicking up, landing. Again, most of the weight's on your left foot, and you're transferring that left foot weight back to the board when you land, absorbing shock with your knees. It's not that hard. Like this. And the biggest problems with this trick, one reason I'm trying on the grass, I'm using a very thick board here. I think it's like 8.5. You don't want to land primo. You don't give it enough of a flick with your right foot, you're definitely going to get a little bit of primo action. So that's why I would highly recommend practicing just getting that initial flip over first. After you're done with that, practice being on the board, jump off, get back on. See how I almost landed primo right there? It's a little bit dicey, just want to go. I don't mind practicing the grass. I'll people say practice this thing hard. I got frail bones. I'm practicing this on grass. On the board, step off, get back on it. Right. So that is how I would do this trick. We're going to do it in about 10 minutes, and we're going to take a look at all of the stock footage, learning how to do the trick, all the way up until I record this intro. So hope you guys like it. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Here we go. So this is my very first attempts of me learning the trick when I'm actually working on step 1, which is getting the right flick with our right foot to actually make sure the board lands flat and doesn't land primo. I think this is actually the hardest part of the trick, is actually getting the right amount of rotation. So work on this as long as you need to. You can see it's going to take me about a minute to get it, but after I get it, I can move on to step 2. Moving on to step 2, you can see I'm actually trying to land on the board with my left foot after flicking with the right foot. I think a lot of my body weight is in my back left foot, and moving that with me when I flick the board is the key to getting this step down. Again, this takes another minute, maybe 2 minutes of me messing with this before I can finally move on to step 3, which is actually landing on the board with both feet. And finally, step 3, actually committing to the trick, landing with both feet. I should probably realistically do this on the cement at some point too, but I didn't have all my pads today and I really didn't mind doing it on the grass.
The hardest part of this step is actually just the commitment and bending my knees to absorb the shock and not just being a little scarecrow, straight legged out there. So just commit a little bit. You got your helmet on, you're on the grass. It's not going to be that hard. And again, this took me about a minute, 2 minutes to learn, and then you can finally move on to, doing whatever you want to do with the trick. And here we are about 5 minutes later. You can see I can fully commit to being standing on the board, jumping off, flicking, and doing this trick multiple times in a row. This, like I said, took me about 5 minutes to learn. Hopefully it takes you this long or even less time. Let me know if you can get this trick in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.